Hello everyone. Today, what's up? It's Toy here. I'm just back to make this video. Um, I'm not sure exactly what the whole title is going to be, um, but it's in regards to people who have that are in the homosexual or gay lifestyle. I don't know exactly what terminologies that are being used nowadays, but for those of you who are on my page or who has been on my page from the beginning of my YouTube, I'm a ex-homosexual myself. So I was in a lifestyle for, I don't know, somewhere around like 15 years, something like that. And I'm making this because it came to me in spirit to make this video called that it's okay not to be homosexual. And that's because I'm only speaking from my personal experience as well as others that were friends of mine or associates or, just people I've had conversations with. One thing that we all pretty much had in common was that when we decided to leave the homosexual community, whether I can't speak for everybody else's situation, but some people, I don't know, they might have been a lesbian or gay and decided that they were going to be bisexual, or some of them was like, you know what, I don't want to be homosexual at all, and I'm going to now be with the opposite, gender. So basically, I was told in spirit to make this video because I remember what it was like. Like, people who are in the homosexual community, they believe that, they know that back then, it was a big thing of coming out, or it was kind of called like coming out of the closet, or, it was like a big secret and everything to be that way. But, what people don't know is that those who leave the lifestyle, they actually, in a lot of ways, have more problems than those who come to the lifestyle, because from experience, leaving the lifestyle, it's like first of all, you lose all your friends. Well, I'm not going to say all, because if you have like really genuine, true friends or family that are in that lifestyle, you may still have one or two left. But for the most part, when you leave the homosexual lifestyle, you lose the entire community. So whatever friendships you may have had, whatever family members that may have been homosexual, mentors, certain groups and things you may have been a part of, you kind of lose everyone and you feel isolated. So this video is really just to encourage and to let others know that are coming out of the lifestyle that it's okay not, to be gay. Like, if that's not where you're at, if you're in a point in your life and you're like, you know what, I don't want to continue this way, or like I made a video in my case for being homosexuality, it was due to rapes, molestations, unhealed, unresolved traumas, and things like that. So for those of you who are starting to get to know yourself better, you may be healing from traumas and things like that. You yourself may say, hey, I don't want this lifestyle anymore. And I'm here to tell you, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be true to yourself. Like, if that's something you want to do, leaving the lifestyle, don't feel like I've made such a big fuss to everybody. I told my mom, I told my dad, I told my grandma, whatever. Don't feel like you've made such a big fuss and now you can't go back, or don't feel like, you may be this huge activist, or it might have been you who helped convince others to even get into the lifestyle, things like that. Don't feel guilty and feel like, I have to stay in this lifestyle because so and so is looking up to me, or I've been homosexual for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, or so on and so forth. Don't feel like you're too old. Some of you may be older and feel like, well, I might as well stay where I'm at because I'm too old. I was told to make this message that it was for somebody specifically, to encourage them that if you are somewhere different, a different place in your life right now, don't feel like you have to stay there. We all go through different stages in life. We all go through growth in life. And especially, like I said, as you tap into healing and healing your childhood traumas and just things that you've been through, you will start to feel different in life in general about things, like things that you may have, agreed with, you may not agree with anymore. Or like I said, you may change and elevate. So I just want you to know there are people like that, because I know leaving the community, sometimes you get bashed, you get shamed, you get called a traitor. People will tell you that you were never gay. People will tell you you are gay. You can always be gay. Just a lot of hurtful things. And it's actually very surprising, because it's like that community is always saying, love is love. Everybody's free. Be what you want to be. We're all together. But as soon as you decide that you no longer want to be a part of that community, then it's like you're being attacked. It's like daggers are being thrown at you. So Spirit gave me a download to make this video, because someone out there is battling with leaving that community. Someone out there does not want to be homosexual anymore, and they're too afraid to stand up for themselves. Because what I was told is that, when I left the lifestyle, I've always been strong. I've always pretty much stood up for myself. So I was able to just say, look, if that's what you're doing, that's you. This is my path. This is my life. This is not what I want for myself, and everybody's not strong enough, or don't believe they're strong enough to do that, because everybody is strong enough to do that. So my message is really plain and simple. If you had friends that are in the homosexual lifestyle, they don't want to be your friends anymore, or your family members don't want to talk to you anymore, they were never your friends to begin with, because what you choose to do in your personal life, who you choose to label, what you choose to do, should not shape your friendship. And it shouldn't be the core of the friendship between you and that individual. So if you're worried about being shunned by somebody in that lifestyle, you should be happy to leave, because that's showing you that you're not in the right place to begin with. Because if you were, you wouldn't feel that way. So I just want to say, be encouraged. Don't be afraid to live in your truth. Don't be afraid to, what they say, come out the closet. Don't be afraid to go back to the closet. Don't feel like, because the main download I've been getting is, they made a big fuss about it. They made a big fuss about it. So someone is feeling like, I made a big fuss about it. I brought this person home to my parents. I brought this person home to my friends, and I made such a big deal about it. So now I got to go through with this. Now I got to go forth with this. Now I got to marry this person. Another thing is, for me, even before I came out of the lifestyle, it's like that natural instinct for childbearing, for becoming a mother, being married to a man, having a family. Even before I knew, like a year or so before I even knew anything about that I was going to leave the lifestyle, I started getting those natural, maybe 2 years. Yeah, I started getting those natural instincts of motherhood, of family, of husband, wife. So some of you mothers I'm sorry, some of you women may be in that stage right now, or even men, and just don't know how to tell that person that you're with. So you don't have, if you're not comfortable, you don't have to make a big grand thing and say, hey, I'm straight now. I want to be with this person. You can just simply, whoever you're with, say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. And you take that time to find yourself, find out who you are. You don't have to make a big announcement about anything. Take that time to just focus on yourself, and you go further. You know what I mean? But don't be afraid to be yourself, and don't feel like you're going to lose friends and family that's in that community, because coming back, to being straight, it's an even bigger community that will accept you back after being in the homosexual life. Everyone in the straight community accepted me with open arms. It was the ones that were in the homosexual community that said mean things to me, that said hurtful things, that wanted to start fights, that wanted to start arguments, that wanted to say nasty, derogatory things to me. But the people that was in the straight community, they were the ones like, we don't care who you like. We don't care what you do. We just want you to be happy. That doesn't matter to us. That's not our business. Just be happy. So take your time and really evaluate yourself and what you want to do, because you'll waste your entire life. It'll pass you by you sitting in a situation that you're unhappy in, just because you worry about what somebody's going to say about you, because you changed your mind, because you grew, you developed in that time and in that season. So I just want to say, be yourself and do what's best for you. And remember, it's okay not to be gay.